Imagine a versatile German heavy tank. Sounds unlikely, doesn't it? But that's exactly what the heavy tanks in the new German branch are going to be. Their armor allows them to play on the front line with confidence. It reliably withstands blows thanks to that trademark German heavy survivability. Excellent gun depression lets them make effective use of the terrain. And they're dynamic enough not to get stuck on one flank. Add to that accurate guns with superb handling and high penetration, and at your disposal will be truly versatile vehicles that can have their say in any combat situation. The path to the top will begin with the Panzerkampfpanzer. It's a reliable heavy that will serve as a great starting point and familiarize you with the new branch. High HP and strong armor forgive plenty of errors, helping you feel confident even in the most tense situations. Moving further along the branch, you'll meet the Versuchspanzer 57. Its 9 degrees of gun depression and sloped armor mean it really shines on hilly terrain. At Tier 10 awaits the Kampfpanzer 67, whose predatory profile fully matches its nature. Retaining and building on the strengths of its predecessor, it stands out with better dynamics, enhanced turret armor, and improved gun depression. And its excellent penetration with standard and special shells, alongside impressive damage per minute, leaves its prey no chance of getting away unscathed. And finally, the Panzerkampfpanzer, classic German quality in its purest form. It's agile enough to react swiftly to changes on the battlefield. The gun's great handling, high penetration, solid damage per minute, and 11 degrees of depression allow it to cause consistent damage on uneven terrain. And the turret armor and low profile let it do so with minimal risk. The new German heavies will be worthy additions to your garage. The whole branch shares the same concept. Versatile, heavy tanks that feel equally at home causing damage and taking hits, and play effectively in the most varied combat situations. But there's one more thing they have in common. The special devices on their guns aren't just for show. All vehicles in the branch are equipped with the Shell Calibration System, which lets you adjust shells' characteristics at any point in battle. To get to grips with how to use it effectively, let's start with a refresher on how shells interact with armor.
For AP and APCR shells, it's not only the armor's nominal thickness that's important, but also the angle at which the shell hits the armor plate. The greater the hit angle, the greater the effective armor value, and the higher the chance of non-penetration or ricochet. Normalization partly helps offset an unfavorable angle. When the shell strikes the armor, it rotates a little, reducing the hit angle. For AP shells, the normalization angle is 5 degrees, and for APCR ones, it's 2. Heat shells have their own nemesis, spaced armor. They start functioning from their initial contact with an object and form a jet that quickly loses its penetration on the way to the main armor. That's why screens have such a big influence on heat shells' ability to penetrate.
And now on to how the new German tanks will be able to shake up the established rules. By default, the shells work as they normally do. You choose a target, fire, and cause damage. But the situation changes. Hitting the same spot with a regular shot doesn't seem effective anymore. You can look for an alternative. Or you can switch up your approach, so you calibrate the shell. It gets different capabilities. The damage per shot reduces a little, but the normalization and ricochet angle are tangibly increased, with the same penetration. As a result, AP and APCR shells are now more effective against sloped armor. And for heat shells, calibration will raise the chance of piercing armor behind screens, thanks to a significantly lower loss of penetration between the screen and the armor. Rapid switching will let you adapt your shells right away. As the situation in battle changes, so does your approach to dealing with it. But if your opponent exposes a weak spot, there's no need to throw away damage. Just stay in the standard mode. In difficult combat situations, the new German heavy tanks will be able to increase your chances of armor penetration. Their Shell Calibration System lets you adapt to different opponents and situations. Causing slightly less damage is better than causing none at all. And that's the whole point. Soon, you'll be able to take these heavies out onto the battlefield. And if you haven't battled in over 60 days, just log in and grab a whole heap of goodies. Premium rental tanks of Tiers 8 and 9, a whole month of World of Tanks premium account, and lots more. More possibilities, more solutions, and even more German heavy tanks in Update 2.4.